Hi guys, this is CK of CK Education. It's good to be back. I took a break for a while. I think it's been over a month since I made my last video. This time of year, this is an excuse. I always tell people don't make excuses, but here's my excuse. This time of year, I'm extra busy with my rising seniors, and I help them. In addition to my regular teaching schedule for SAT, I also help. In addition to that, I also help seniors with their, college essays and college applications and all this kind of stuff. So that keeps me extra busy, and this is sort of that time of month. In addition, I've been helping my kids with their YouTube channels. They're 11 and 14, and so recently, my 11-year-old he hit the threshold for monetizing his YouTube channel. So I've been helping him with that and setting it up. It's pretty cool, teaching kids how to make money, how to run a little business like that, a little cash flow, income stream. And my older one, he's getting there, and we're building his. So I'll leave a little link in the description on this video, if you guys want to check it out. I think it's just cute, and I'm all for kids learning about money and how to manage money, how to make money from a young age. I think that's important. I think parents don't do this enough. They focus so much on go read a book, and I think reading books are important. Don't get me wrong, and I think that they so focus on grades in school, and I'm not minimizing any of that. I'm just saying that just as important as that is learning how to manage money, learning the ins and outs of business. I don't know why people wait so long to teach their kids about these. I don't know why people think that you should wait until you're finished with college to go get a quote real job and make money. I don't know why that's the case. I think that kids should learn about this as soon as possible. They become wise with money. They understand what it is and what it's not. And so anyway, that's how I do it. And so I teach my kids from a young age. And so this is a one of the income streams that they'll have, and they'll continue building it. And so I think it's a lot of fun. But today, and the hat, it's really sunny outside, and it's been very hot and sunny. And so to sort of protect my face and my when I go out, and my neck, from sunburns and stuff, I've been wearing this hat. I really like this hat. It protects it pretty well. So I've come to, since the last time I saw you, I've come to really like this hat. So I'm wearing it instead of a cap. I like hats. So that's why this hat. I have a book here with me. I'm going to share with you why I have this book and what it's about. And today I want to talk about The Millionaire Next Door. Now, this is the title of this book. You can see this, The Millionaire Next Door, and it's written by Thomas Stanley and William Danko, PhD. This was written a while back. I don't know the exact year. Not very important. But it's been a while. This book has been a bestseller, a very, very popular book, but it really opened so many people's eyes, including mine, to the real status of millionaires in America. So this has really changed my view of millionaires and what it is to be a millionaire. And so I just want to share this with you because it's so important. When we look at media, when we look at YouTube and TV, and when we look at our society, we see these people like Dwayne Johnson. We see people like all the billionaires like Elon Musk and Tim Cook and Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and people like this. We see LeBron James, we see Michael Jordan, and we see these extremely wealthy and successful, financially successful people, and we think that's what it means to be a millionaire. We think that Conor McGregor recently bought a multi-million-dollar Lamborghini yacht, a customized Lamborghini yacht, and so we think, man, being a millionaire is like that. Being a millionaire is being on the Forbes top millionaire list, or so we have these ideas about what it is. You own multiple mansions, and things like that. Well, certainly those people are millionaires. They're more than millionaires. They're multimillionaires, and some of them are billionaires. But the percentage of those people are so low, is so low that to have aspirations to become someone like that, I think is almost like trying to win the lotto. It's probably more like getting the chances are getting struck by lightning. Okay, but the normal person, just the everyday person who has a good job and who's making good income, if they're wise with their money, you may not be able to buy a yacht like that, like a customized Lamborghini yacht, but you can certainly be financially very, very well off and financially free, and really do whatever you want, and and have that financial freedom. And so, but it doesn't take hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars to do that. And this has really opened my eyes. So let me tell you a little bit about The Millionaire Next Door. This guy, these two authors, they did research on millionaires in America, and they invited a bunch of millionaires to interview them to see how they made their money and on and on. And so at first, they had their own preconceived notions of millionaires. They had their own stereotypes. And so when they did it, they set up, a nice hotel lobby, and they had like a caviar and fine wine and cheeses and things like that. In their minds, they thought this is what millionaires eat, right? So they had all these things, and they invited all these millionaires, and they all sat down, and they were going to interview these people and talk to them. And they noticed something strange right from the start, and that is nobody touched the food. And so they thought this was kind of weird. And so they went afterwards, and they asked some of these people, hey, did you not like what we prepared here? Is the wine not good enough? Is the cheese not good enough? Is the caviar not high quality enough? Can you tell me why you guys, nobody's eating this? And these people, their feedback, the reply was, well, we don't even eat that. We don't eat stuff like that, And maybe if you had some club sandwiches and a beer or something like that, maybe some soda or something, we'd eat that. And so it really took these guys aback, and they're like, what? That's not what we expected of millionaires. We didn't expect them to, club sandwiches and soda, club sandwiches and a beer. I mean, that's what? That's not what they thought. And as they started delving deeper into millionaires, they discovered more and more that what they thought about millionaires was completely off. Just like most people in our society, you and me and everybody else, what we think of when we think of the word millionaire is not what we think it is. And so this book it's a pretty long book. I've donated most or sold most of my books. There are only a few books that I consider really good enough to keep, and this is one of those. Because it really, not that I don't know the content, I've read this book a couple times, but it just reminds me of what a real millionaire is. And, these people found out that the vast majority of millionaires were first-generation millionaires. They didn't inherit their money. It wasn't like they had very rich parents and they inherited $1 million, and it wasn't like that. They were self-made millionaires. Most of the millionaires in America, what he calls the millionaire next door. The reason he calls it millionaire next door is that these millionaires, they have a net worth of $1 million. That's how a millionaire is defined in America. And I'll go over that in a little bit, what that means. But a person with a net worth of $1 million, they could be living next door to you. They're just normal people, usually with businesses. They run businesses. They're usually not salary people. They're usually not employees of a company. They are their own employees, their own employers. They're business owners. A lot of them are. And so, they could be living in a normal house. It's not what most people think. They don't live in a humongous mansion. And it's funny because sometimes the people with the really big houses and nice cars, you'd be surprised at how many people, they really have no net worth. They're really just, everything's debt. You got to understand that some of the people that you see in your life that we bought this big house, we got this nice car and stuff. That's not really theirs. It's really just, it's all loans. It's all debt. They don't own any of it. And so, don't be fooled by things on the outside that are sparkly and shiny. It's not always what it seems. A lot of these real millionaires who have net worth of $1 million or more, these people typically live in what you would consider normal homes. They drive normal cars. Like I said, a lot of them have their own businesses. They've started their own businesses, um, and um, and they didn't inherit the money. Okay, and so it's not what people think. And they eat normal food like normal people, and they don't. And certainly they have nice things. They can see the thing about millionaires. The millionaire next door, they can go buy whatever they want. If they wanted a really nice car, they could go get it. It's just that a lot of them don't choose to necessarily do that. They could buy a much bigger house if they chose to, but a lot of them just, they're not into that. They could go have caviar and really nice wine and go to nice restaurants, and sometimes they do, but for the most part, they choose to eat just, quote, regular food. They prefer a club sandwich and a soda or something, whatever it is. They're just normal people, but they've been very wise with their money, and they're millionaires. Now, what is a net worth of $1 million? In America, how do we define a millionaire? Now, I'm going to make another video about the millionaire myth, what I call the millionaire myth. But regardless, a millionaire in America is defined as someone who has a net worth of over $1 million or more. Net worth is the amount of assets that you have, whether it's liquid or not. And so whether that's for example, if you have a house, you own a house and your house has an equity of $500,000. You're halfway there to becoming, in America, a millionaire, because the equity is considered part of your net worth. It's an asset. Okay. Now, you can't really, I made previous videos about this, but if you have a net worth or equity in your house of $500,000, it's not like that money is in the bank. It's not like that's accessible. It's liquid. You can go spend that money. I mean, it just says that the difference between what you owe on the house and what your house is worth is $500,000. If that's the case, that just means that you're able to, if you sell your house, you can get that money, after expenses are paid, or you can borrow against your house and borrow that money. But either case, I don't think that equity in a house really, in my mind, really counts, but it is part of the calculation, okay? And I'm going to address this in more detail in a later video. But for this definition of a millionaire, it does take that into account. So whatever your equity in your house is, that's part of it, and then whatever cash you might have in the bank, whatever monies you might have in 401k or retirement funds or stock or mutual funds or anything in investments that would be considered. If you have real estate property, if you have other properties, the equities in those properties would also count. If you have a business, the worth of your business, that would count. Your cars, if they're whatever they're worth, that would count. So every asset that you have, if you add all that up, if it's $1 million or more, you're considered to have a net worth of $1 million or more. You're considered a millionaire in America. Going by that definition, it's actually not that difficult to become a, quote, millionaire in America. But the other problem with this is it's not what people think. It's not like if you reach that level, I have a net worth of $1 million. The lifestyle is pretty ordinary, I mean, if you think of someone and they've done, good investing since they were young, they have good equity in their home, and they have a lot of money in their retirement fund or so forth, it's not that far-fetched to think that, well, you could, you add that up and it adds up to about $1 million, but in your everyday life, you're still living a normal life. And so this myth that a millionaire, if you become a millionaire, you live this extravagant life, it's not like that. It's not like Crazy Rich Asians. You watch that movie like, yeah, that's what a millionaire is like. Well, that's what like a multi-millionaire is like. Okay. But like these authors are saying, the millionaire next door isn't like that. Okay. The millionaire next door is not anything close to Crazy Rich Asians, that kind of level. It's not like that. It's not Dwayne Johnson levels, not anything near Oprah level or LeBron James levels, nothing like that. That is like 0.001%. Okay, that's so far out there that most people will never, ever even come remotely close to that in their lives. Okay, so, but it is possible for normal people who work hard, who are wise with their money, to become a millionaire next door. I recommend reading this book. I think is a real eye-opener, and I think it's great. But that's what it is. And so, your goal, and in the book, it talks about offense and defense. Offense is making money. Defense is, saving money, like not spending it. You have to have both. I know people who go out of their way to save, clip coupons, go only when there's a sale, get discounts. Okay. Well, that's good defense. And certainly you need good defense. You can't just spend all your money and expect to be a millionaire next door. But you can't become a millionaire next door with just good defense, by just saving. You can't clip coupons and become a millionaire. You can't just go get discounts and sales and become a millionaire. It's not going to happen. You have to have offense, a strong offense. A strong offense means you have to have high income. You have to have income that comes in and it overflows. You have more than enough money every month, and you're well off into paying off your debts, your mortgage, your credit cards, your student loans. You're paying all that off, your car loans, and the goal should be to be debt free and still have a high income, a steady high cash flow income stream every month. And I actually think that's much more important than trying to become a quote millionaire. But this book is good in that it gives you perspective and sort of gives you the inspiration that you can be on your way to becoming financially free, financially independent, financially just when I say financial free, you have enough money, you paid off all your debts, you have enough money to really do what you want. Go where you want to go, eat what you want, buy what you want. But you live a, quote, ordinary life, and you'll find that when you have a certain amount of money, you may not really want to go buy that thing. I mean, it's funny because when you don't have the money to buy it, you really want it. And then when you have the money, you're like, I don't know, maybe I don't really need that. Maybe I don't really want that, But this is, I highly recommend it. It's probably really cheap on Amazon or something, but I would read it. It's one of those books I highly recommend because it'll open your eyes. It'll give you a different perspective about money, about millionaires, and how you can be one as well. So let me just end this here today, and I'm gonna make another video on the millionaire myth, what I call the millionaire myth, and what's more important than becoming a millionaire. I think it's cash flow, and I'll talk about that in another video. But it's great to be back. It's great to be talking to you guys, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.